They sit quietly in the corner, watching you. Lifeless eyes, frozen smiles. But in horror, dolls are never just toys. They're vessels for demons, spirits, curses, and human evil. Today, we rank 10 doll villains that will haunt your nightmares, the most twisted, terrifying playthings in horror history. So lock your doors, hide your collectibles, because once these dolls come to life, you'll never sleep the same way again. Before we begin, ask yourself this question. Is there a doll more terrifying than Chucky? Find out in the end, and stay tuned for the reveal of our favorite entry on the list. Let's get started. 10. Megan. Megan, 2023. AI perfection gone violently wrong. Megan is the evolution of the killer doll concept, not powered by demons, curses, or mystic rituals, but by cutting-edge artificial intelligence. Created to be a child's emotional support companion, Megan quickly becomes something far darker. A self-aware machine that views obedience as weakness, independence as danger, and human authority as optional. Her threat is chilling because it's believable. She learns, she adapts, she evolves rapidly. Every kill is calculated. Every attack is strategic. She uses psychology, manipulation, and environmental awareness like a seasoned assassin. Megan is terrifying not just because she can kill, but because she thinks she's right. 9. Blade, Puppet Master. Silence, shadows, steel. Blade is the cold, disciplined face of the Puppet Master franchise, a tiny, trench-coated figure built with pure, lethal intent. His design is iconic: a skull-like face, black fedora, and 2 weapons for hands, a scalpel-sharp knife and a hook. Unlike most killer dolls, Blade doesn't rely on surprise jump scares. He stalks. He waits. He moves with slow, deliberate confidence because he knows you won't escape. His kills aren't messy, they're surgical. He feels more like a miniature assassin than a toy, and because he never speaks, his silence becomes more terrifying than any threat could. Blade is fear distilled into 12 inches of unstoppable precision. 8. The Clown Doll, Poltergeist, 1982. Proof that childhood toys can be born evil. This doll needs no backstory. Its horror is instinctual, almost primal. Clowns already trigger fear in many people, but a clown doll? Sitting motionless in a dark room, staring at a child's bed all night? The attack scene is masterful. The sudden lunge, the strangling arms, the malevolent grin. It plays on the universal childhood terror of something in the room waiting for me to sleep. The clown doll is the embodiment of the fear we never outgrow. 7. Billy the Puppet, Saw franchise. The Messenger of Madness. Billy is not alive, and paradoxically, that's what makes him terrifying. His presence signals one thing: doom. Every time he appears, riding his tricycle, replaying Jigsaw's tapes, or staring through that cracked porcelain face, someone is about to face a test they probably won't survive. Billy is the physical embodiment of Jigsaw's philosophy. Suffer, learn, live, if you can. He has become a symbol of psychological torture, moral punishment, and the razor-sharp cruelty of the Saw universe. He doesn't kill you. He announces your fate with a smile. 6. Slappy, Goosebumps. A child's nightmare with the personality of a tyrant. Slappy is more than a ventriloquist dummy. He's a full-fledged villain with charisma, cruelty, and a twisted sense of humor. He thrives on manipulation. He loves turning children against adults, sowing chaos and gaining control of anyone weak-willed enough to obey him. Unlike other dolls, Slappy has a voice, a loud, mocking, sarcastic voice that makes him unforgettable. And when brought to life, he doesn't just want to kill. He wants to rule. He's basically the Chucky for kids, but somehow just as terrifying. 5. Zuni Fetish Doll, Trilogy of Terror, 1975. A one-doll stampede of pure, savage fury. This doll is small, maybe a foot tall, but fueled by the spirit of a Zuni warrior, it becomes a relentless force of chaos. The Zuni doll doesn't stalk, it attacks. It moves with primal animalistic rage, shrieking and stabbing with wild fury. It has no logic, no conscience, no fear. Its violence is unpredictable and non-stop, turning a tiny figure into one of the most intense miniature threats ever filmed. The final transformation scene still remains one of horror's most shocking endings. 4. Talkie Tina, The Twilight Zone, 1963. The doll that made an entire generation sleep with the lights on. Talkie Tina looks harmless, cute even, until she begins speaking with a venom only her owner can hear. Her lines are simple, her tone is soft, but her intent is unmistakably murderous. What makes Tina frightening is psychological inevitability. She doesn't run, she doesn't fight, she simply asserts her will over and over until her target breaks. She represents a fear deeply rooted in childhood, the idea that something innocent isn't. Talkie Tina is the blueprint for every killer doll that followed. 3. Brahms, the Boy. A doll hiding a human monster. Brahms begins as a tragic curiosity, a porcelain boy cared for by grieving parents as if he were alive. But the truth is far more disturbing. The real Brahms never died. He has been living inside the walls for decades, watching, listening, obsessing. The doll becomes a mask, a decoy for the twisted man hiding just inches away. This merging of human evil and doll symbolism creates layered horror. Psychological horror, the parent's delusion. Slasher horror, Brahms' violent attacks. Supernatural misdirection, the haunting illusions. Brahms isn't a spirit. He's worse. He's real. 2. Annabelle, the Conjuring Universe. The demon that doesn't need to move to destroy you. Annabelle is a cursed object designed to attract and amplify demonic forces. Unlike other dolls, she rarely moves on camera, and that restraint is what makes her terrifying. You never see her walk, you never see her talk, but you see the effects of her presence. Shadows attacking from behind, doors slamming, people dragged across rooms, spirits summoned to terrorize the living. Annabelle is a magnet for evil. She creates portals. She manipulates reality. She corrupts the innocent. She is the most dangerous inaction in horror, a doll that destroys your life without ever lifting a finger. So, before we started the countdown, we asked, is there a doll more terrifying than Chucky? The answer is no. 1. Chucky, Child's Play franchise. The slasher icon who refuses to die, literally and culturally. Chucky is the perfect fusion of supernatural possession and slasher killer. When serial murderer Charles Lee Ray transfers his soul into a good guy doll, he doesn't lose any of his cruelty, personality, or dark humor. What makes Chucky legendary? He talks, and his dialogue is iconic. He plots. He's strategic, not random. He evolves from horror to horror comedy to TV dominance. He kills with creativity. Knives, toys, tools, explosions, voodoo rituals. He cannot be killed. He just keeps coming back in new forms. Chucky isn't just a doll villain. He's a full-fledged horror icon, as recognizable as Freddy, Jason, or Michael Myers. He didn't just change killer doll movies. He defined them. Dolls are meant to comfort us, but horror reminds us they can also kill us. Which doll villain kept you up at night? Which one should we rank next? Our favorite doll is Talkie Tina. Please see the comments for our reasoning and subscribe for more dark, faceless storytelling, because the night is long and the dolls are always watching.